Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about My Hero Academia, which is on episode 124 or season 6 of My Hero Academia on episode 11. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody is talking about the Dobby's dance, etc. But to me, I think this is the best episode of the entirety of season 6. This one surpasses the part where Deku was fighting Shigaraki. I'm sorry, I'm just speaking facts and truth. The way how the choreography and how they did it, along with the voice acting of Dabi, but also the voice acting of Himiko Toga, and Ochako, etc. You guys get the point. Let's get into it. Let's dive into it. However, let's talk about the scene with Ochako and Toga. We have they end up talking to each other about love and how they fell in love with the same person, etc. And how Himiko Toga talks about Ochako like, you like Izuku, right? And Ochako's like, yeah, but I seal those feelings away. I can't think about those. And Toga's like, well, you and I may be looking like more alike because when I love someone, I want to be like them. I want to suck out their blood and it hurts so much, that kind of thing. Not to mention, Toga also mentions about how she tried to bury those feelings when she was very little and she can't help it no more, and that's why it broke loose, It's very complicated, and then she reveals how she used Ochaku-chan's quirk in order to kill the person that freaking was annoying her, or how much she hated that person, which is curious, And we have to it as the episode continues on, we see to it that that Ochako's like, hey, if you're gonna live how you wish, threaten and kill people, then you better live with the consequences of your actions. And this hurt Himiko Toga so much, and I thought this was a really well done scene, and she ends up crying and ends up leaving, We had to Ochako and Suyu-chan shows up. Well, Suyu-chan shows up, and Ochako's like, we don't have to worry about her because she left. And of course, Ochako's thinking in her mind, why was she crying, I'm thinking in my mind, I don't think you get it now, do you? But that aside, let's go to the scene with Izuku and the others, Shigaraki is still somehow able to stay alive, etc. But we have to it that things are still getting worse from here on out, knowing that Gigan just shows up. We have to it Shigaraki takes a huge amount of damage from Shoto and Haro-chan, etc. And as the episode continues on here and there, we have to it that that things are getting much ugly and worse right now as the episode continues on. We had to it, like I said, Gigantomachia shows up and grabs Shigaraki and tells him to give him his next order. However, we see to it that that something else is happening right now. While Kakchan tells Ida to put him down because he has to keep fighting, which is natural for Bakugo. But we have to it that that Gigan is still waiting for Shigaraki's order. Spinach trying to wake up Shigaraki, tell him to give the order. But we have to it that Dabi shows up and freaking Endeavor's like, oh great, it's Dabi. Never thought you'd be here. What the hell kind of thing, And we have to it that Dabi's like, hey man, that's really mean. Do you know my real name is actually Toya Todoroki? He even pours some liquid on his head to reveal his white hair, and Endeavor and Shoto's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's dead. He's gone, that kind of thing. However, we had to it that Dabi planned this all from the very start with his, ace in the hole kind of thing to, shatter Hero Society, We had to it that there's a video being played by Dabi himself, and it shows, how he tells everyone, hey, everybody, my name is Dabi, but I go by the name Otoya Todoroki. He therefore reveals everything about Endeavor's past, how he's been a power-hungry madman, and that in order to create someone who could surpass All Might, he forced to marry a wife that has a frost quirk ability, And Dabi continues his rambling, etc., and how he's dancing, the choreography, the music, the tension, the way how freaking they did this episode was so phenomenal. I was blown away by the voice acting of Dabi, seeing how he's talking about it, how he's speaking out loud, saying, don't you get it, man? You think you can just move forward after everything you've done? Well, guess what? The past never dies. It's time you dance with me in hell with your eldest son, NG Todoroki, etc. I was like, oh my gosh, this was a big scoring scoring target hit for what they did in this episode. Like I said, I'm repeating myself. I know it must be annoying for doing that, but like I said, and repeating the same words, I'm so sorry. The choreography, from the music, the voice acting, everything what Dabi did was top notch. He was the freaking highlight sucker of this episode. And Endeavor remembering how he trained Toya when he was young, but he decided not to do something about him anymore, and that Endeavor was always looking for his eldest son and thinking that he was dead. He goes like, and Endeavor not believing a thing, saying, "No way. There's no way you're him. He's dead. You freaking liar." And we have to it that Dabi's like, "Well, you don't believe me. I could give you a blood sample or my skin. But, you know, I've already done the paternity test online, and I'm pretty sure everyone won't believe it, but it's too late." Not to mention, Dabi, when he's making his speech in that video that's being played and hacked into, he ends up showing the video where Twice was killed. That's also another ace in the hole where, like, he's telling everyone to wake up, don't trust these heroes. They're like nothing more than maggots who care nothing of themselves and yada yada yada. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, this is one hell of a good scene, and how they did it. I'm pretty sure a lot of anime onlys and so forth must be so angry right now because of what's happening. But it was going to happen eventually, you know? Even though you want to bury the past, it always finds its way back to you no matter what. Even the kid who looked up to Endeavor says, look, he's actually fighting for us. Even his friends like, I don't know about this, man, but the damage is already done. Just looking at the scene where a hero named Hawks, especially his personal information was revealed, was another ace in the hole. Oh my gosh, I was like, wow, dude, they literally pulled all they got to choreograph or do the choreography, the freaking scenes and all that. I thought they might censor the part where Hawks might have killed Twice, but they actually didn't do that, which is very good. Very, very good. I give them big props for that. I was actually very happy that they managed to actually do all that, you know, because yeah, I was like, wow, man. They literally were killing it. They were killing it so hard, man. I'm like, wow, dude. Wow. And the ending version was actually very crazy too. I was like, wow. And preview next episode, I'm not going to talk about it. It's not going to say anything there. But all I can really tell you before the ending, you know, before the ending shows up, etc., we see to it that Shoto tries to knock some sense in Endeavor, saying, listen, wake up, cry, and think about this later. You gotta fight now. But we have to it. Dabi comes in and uses Shakunan Kid and was about to use Prominence Burn on Endeavor and possibly Shoto himself. But we have to it. Best Genius shows up and ends up having to, like, stop Gigan and Dabi from, like, doing anything, you know, with some wires and so forth. I'm like, oh my gosh, talk about some crazy stuff right here. Good job, you know. That was hinted at that Best Genius was actually alive at the very beginning of the episode, etc. And how, like, Dabi explains of how, like, how Hawks killed Best Genius in order to, like, to gain favor, you know, who sneaked inside and killed a villain who was running away and crying, you know, that kind of thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, Dabi really nailed it in this episode. No, the studio and those who was making this episode, they really nailed it hard. I mean, very good and hard. I give them big props for actually, like, doing a fantastic job. I was like blown away how with the choreography, the art style, Dabi's voice acting, oh my gosh, they really blew it away. I know I'm repeating myself over and over again, but I can't help it, you know? Like I said, this is one of the best episodes, hands up, hands down. I'm like, wow, they literally blew my mind away like that, man. I give them big props. I can't believe it. Well done. I can't believe it. So, yeah, the episode ends up with Best Genius shows up and manages to capture Dabi and Gigan with, like, the wires he has, you know, and gets ready to go into action and so forth. Looking forward to the next episode. So until then, people, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.